Okay, so what I'm going to do now is going to show you how to look after an orchid. This one here is a Phalaenopsis orchid, and they're beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
They're absolutely stunning, yes.
And they're quite fickle. They're quite difficult to look after. You need to understand how to look after them. But there are a few little tips I can give you. Okay. Well, first of all, number one tip is always leave it in its container.
Oh right.
Okay. Because otherwise, you don't want to mess up what's going on in here, and the roots like a bit of light as well. That's why they're in these see-through containers. So the first thing to do is you give this a good soaking. Okay, and the best thing to do is to dip it in the sink, let it have a soak, but make sure it's really well drained afterwards. Okay, and we've done this with this one already. Okay, and then what you do is, if you're going to put it in a nice pot, and this is a nice pot. This is one of our beehive pots. You have some moist compost in there already, and you just put it in like that, Keep it uncovered if you can. I mean, we sometimes put a few pebbles over the top to make it look nice, or a bit of slate.
Let it breathe.
To let it breathe, yeah. And then what you do is you just leave it, and just take it out and soak it once every couple of weeks when you want to. Again, with a lot of the plants, you just don't want to overwater. If you overwater it, it'll die.
And we don't want that.
Yeah, and the ideal situation for it is this, where it's got a little bit of light. It doesn't need a huge amount of light, and it doesn't need direct sunlight. It doesn't really need to be near some air conditioning, because they don't like that. They're quite sensitive.
Yes.
And then once they'll last, they could last for up to 4 months. They could keep flowering for up to 4 months. But we've got lots in different offices, and some do really, really well in situations, and some we just have a heck of a job with them because of the situation.
Yes.
And then once they die off, well, we take them away and replace them with new ones, obviously. But just a little tip for you at home is you just once they've died off, you just cut to just above one of these little nodes here. Yeah.
All right. Yes.
So if you cut off just above that node there, on each one of them, okay, and put them away with all your other orchids. If you've got other orchids, keep watering them as you do normally, and they'll come back. They'll come back again.
Fantastic. Well, that's a lovely tip. Thank you very much, Dave.
Okay.